When the Texians declared independence from Mexico, most people wouldn't have bet on the success of that endeavor. I'm Michael Quinn Sullivan with a reflection on life and liberty. Texas as an independent republic should not have been possible. When the men gathered in Philadelphia for their convention, they had 13 colonies at their disposal, and the enemy's leadership was on the other side of the ocean. For the Texans, their opponent, the self-styled Napoleon of the West, was preparing to slaughter the Alamo defenders in San Antonio, and everyone knew it. The independence declared on March 2nd was followed almost immediately by a series of retreats and defeats. The Mexican army was larger, better trained, and better provisioned. The Texians were none of those things. Any observer would have been right to label it a lost cause. It had no real chance of success. And yet, nearly 2 centuries later, here we are. What the people of Texas had, as was written in the opening paragraph of the Texas Declaration of Independence, was a desire to ensure government existed to protect the lives, liberty, and property of the people. The people of Texas were determined to govern themselves in liberty. To do that, they put themselves fearlessly and confidently to the task, trusting not in themselves for success, but the supreme arbiter of the destinies of nations. So what about us? Are we fearless and confident in pursuing the protection of life, liberty, and property? Do we trust in the machinations of politicians, or are we willing to fight faithfully for a just cause? The brightness with which the Lone Star State shines in the world will reflect our answers and our actions. If you listen to today's podcast on Google, Apple, or Spotify, do me a favor and rate it, and then leave a review. The Reflections podcast is one of many presented by Texas Scorecard. This edition was produced by Luke Marshall in the 1836 studios, and I'm Michael Quinn Sullivan. Thanks for listening.